Ever notice how some people seem to treat eye contact like it's a laser beam? The moment your eyes meet theirs, they look at the floor, the wall, their coffee cup, the emergency exit sign, anything but you. Maybe you know someone like that. Maybe it's you. And if it is, don't worry, you're not secretly plotting world domination. Although from the outside, avoiding eye contact can make people wonder all kinds of things. Are they nervous, hiding something, bored, intimidated, thinking about what they're having for dinner? The funny thing is that eye contact is one of the most misunderstood human behaviors. We often assume we know exactly what it means when someone looks away, but beneath that tiny movement is a surprisingly complex psychological story. So what really happens when someone avoids eye contact? And what might it reveal about the way they experience the world? Let's take a closer look. Picture this. Someone asks you a question in a group conversation. Suddenly, all attention shifts toward you. A few faces turn your way. Someone waits for your answer. And almost automatically, your eyes drop. Not because you have something to hide, not because you dislike anyone in the room. Your brain is simply trying to survive what feels like a spotlight. For some people, avoiding eye contact is closely tied to social anxiety. Eye contact can feel intensely exposing. It creates a sense of being seen, evaluated, and judged all at once. Psychologists often describe eye contact as a powerful social signal. It increases emotional intensity. It tells the brain this interaction matters. And for someone already worried about saying the wrong thing, that extra intensity can feel overwhelming. So they look away. Not to disconnect, but to regulate. The irony? The very thing they do to calm themselves can sometimes make them seem distant or uninterested, even when they care deeply about the conversation. Have you ever caught yourself looking away when attention lands on you? Then there's another type. Imagine someone sitting across from you at a cafe. They're listening carefully, they remember details, they ask thoughtful questions, yet their eyes keep drifting toward the window. At first, you might assume they aren't paying attention, but they're actually processing every word. For some people, eye contact competes with thinking. Their brains work better when visual stimulation is reduced. Looking directly into someone's eyes requires mental resources. It's a social task layered on top of whatever conversation is already happening. So when they're concentrating, solving a problem, or searching for the right words, their gaze naturally wanders. You've probably seen this happen when someone tries to remember a name. Their eyes float upward, their face freezes. It's as if they're searching through a giant mental filing cabinet. In those moments, looking away isn't avoidance, it's cognitive focus. And maybe you've done it too, without realizing. But here's where things get even more interesting. Some people avoid eye contact not because they're anxious or distracted, but because they feel too much. Imagine someone who has strong feelings for another person, maybe admiration, maybe attraction, maybe affection they haven't admitted yet. Every glance feels loaded, their heart speeds up, their thoughts become louder. Suddenly, eye contact isn't just eye contact anymore, it becomes emotional exposure. Looking directly at someone can create a surprising sense of vulnerability. It feels intimate, almost revealing. So these individuals often glance away quickly, despite wanting connection. You might notice them stealing brief looks when they think nobody is watching, then instantly looking away when caught. Like a teenager in a romantic comedy who suddenly forgets how neck muscles work. The behavior seems contradictory. They want closeness, yet they retreat from one of the strongest signals of closeness. Human beings are wonderfully confusing that way. Another profile is often misunderstood entirely. Imagine someone entering a crowded room. Bright lights, multiple conversations, background noise, movement everywhere. Within minutes, they're mentally exhausted. For highly sensitive individuals, or some neurodivergent people, eye contact can feel unusually intense.
It isn't necessarily fear. It isn't rudeness. It's sensory overload. Eye contact carries emotional information, social expectations, facial expressions, and subtle cues all at once. Processing all of that can become tiring. In these cases, looking away may actually help someone stay present longer. Without that adjustment, the interaction might become overwhelming. This is one reason why eye contact norms vary so much from person to person. What feels natural for one individual may feel exhausting for another. And judging everyone by the same standard often leads us to misunderstand each other. But here's the twist. Sometimes avoiding eye contact has very little to do with insecurity at all. Picture someone who grew up in an environment where direct eye contact was considered disrespectful, confrontational, or overly bold. In many cultures, sustained eye contact carries a completely different meaning than it does elsewhere. What one person interprets as confidence, another may interpret as aggression. What one person sees as honesty, another may see as poor manners.
So when someone looks away, they may simply be following social rules that were deeply ingrained from childhood. No anxiety, no hidden agenda, just a different internal map of what respectful behavior looks like. And that's what makes eye contact so fascinating. The same behavior can emerge from completely different psychological worlds. One person looks away because they're nervous, another because they're concentrating, another because they care too much, another because they're overwhelmed, another because they were taught that it's the polite thing to do. The action looks identical. The meaning couldn't be more different. Which brings us to an important reminder. Human behavior is rarely as simple as it appears. We see someone avoid our gaze and instantly create a story. We assume we know what's happening inside their mind. But often, we're only seeing the surface. The real story is hidden underneath. So the next time someone breaks eye contact, pause before jumping to conclusions. And if you're the one who tends to look away, maybe ask yourself why. Is it anxiety, focus, sensitivity, emotion, habit? There's no single answer, only self-awareness. And sometimes understanding one small behavior can reveal something much bigger about the way we connect with the world. So what do you think? Which of these patterns feels most familiar to you? Do you avoid eye contact or notice it in someone else? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy exploring the hidden psychology behind everyday behaviors, stick around. There's always another fascinating layer waiting beneath the surface.